It's 4:47 a.m. You're standing in a glass conference room on the 52nd floor, and the fund's largest investor, a sovereign wealth fund managing $900 billion, is on a video call demanding answers. Your founder, the man whose name is on the building, hasn't said a word in 6 minutes. Everyone in the room is looking at you. This is level 7. This is partner. But to understand how you got here, and why you're the one sweating, not him, we have to go back 25 years to level 1. There are 7 levels between where you're standing now and where you started. And here's the number that should scare you. Less than 1% of people who enter private equity as analysts ever make partner. The other 99% just paid for the ride. This is the ladder nobody shows you. 7 levels, 25 years. And at every single rung, the ceiling rises just high enough that you can never quite touch it. Level 1. Analyst. You are 22 years old. Base salary, $95,000. Bonus, $20,000 if you're lucky. You wear a suit that still smells like the store. You have a Bloomberg terminal, a laptop that never sleeps, and a managing director who doesn't know your first name yet. The structural problem. You are disposable. There are 40 resumes on his desk for your seat. Tonight, you build a leveraged buyout model for a deal worth $400 million. At 11 p.m., the MD walks by your desk, glances at your screen, and doesn't sit down. Your debt schedule is wrong. You have until 6 a.m. to fix it, or don't bother coming in tomorrow. He walks away. You don't sleep. You don't call anyone. You just fix the model. Level 2. Associate. You are 25. Total comp, $175,000. You survive the 2-year analyst program. Most people don't. They get funneled out on purpose. It's called the up or out cliff, and it exists so the firm never has to pay you what you'll eventually be worth. Your sister gets married on a Saturday in June. You're in a due diligence data room in another city, reading purchase agreements until 2 a.m. You call her the next morning. "You said you'd be there," she says. Just that. Nothing else. You don't have an answer that doesn't sound like an excuse, so you don't give one. Level 3. Senior associate. You are 28. Comp, $260,000. You've stopped counting hours. You count deals instead. 3 closed this year. The structural cost here isn't money. It's time you can't get back. Your girlfriend of 4 years sits across from you at a restaurant you booked for her birthday. You've taken 2 calls already. "I don't think you're choosing the job over me," she says quietly. "I think you stopped being able to tell the difference between the job and you." You don't argue. 6 weeks later, she's gone. Level 4, Vice President. You are 31. Comp and $400,000. This is where the game changes. You stop executing deals and start owning them. Your name is on the investment memo now. If the deal goes bad, it's not the MD's failure, it's yours. At a partner meeting, a founding partner slides a memo back across the table. "You're not being graded on how hard you worked anymore," he says. "You're being graded on whether this company is still alive in 5 years. That's a different kind of pressure. Most people don't survive it." You nod like you understand. You don't. Not yet. Level 5. Principal. You are 35. Comp. $650,000 plus something new. Carried interest. Points in the fund's future profits. On paper, you're rich. In reality, that carry doesn't vest for 7 to 10 years, and if the fund underperforms, it's worth exactly 0. You've built a family in the meantime, a wife, a 2-year-old. One night, your wife finds you asleep at 1 a.m. with your laptop still open on your chest. "You worked for it," she says, half to herself, closing the screen. "But you're not here for it." If you've made it this far in the video, you've survived longer than most analysts survive their first year. Hit subscribe, because the levels only get more expensive from here. Level 6. Managing Director. You are 41. Comp. $1.4 million. Plus carry across 3 funds now. worth an estimated $8 million on paper. Locked up, illiquid, untouchable for years. You are closing the biggest deal of your career, a $1.2 billion take private, when your phone rings during the signing call. It's your brother. Your father has passed. You mute the call, step into the hallway, and by the time you're done crying, the deal team is still waiting on the line for your signature. "We need you back on in 2 minutes," someone says through the door. You go back on. Level 7, partner. You are 47. Net worth, $500 million, almost all of it carried interest across 4 funds, locked for a decade, unrealized, unsellable. On paper, you are one of the wealthiest people most of your old friends will ever know. In the room at 4:47 a.m. with the sovereign wealth fund threatening to pull $2 billion in commitments, you finally understand something the founder never bothered explaining. Even at $500 million, you don't control the fund. The limited partners do. They can walk. And if they walk, your carry, your entire fortune, is worth nothing. Here's the loop closing. That crisis at 4:47 a.m. wasn't about a bad investment. It was the sovereign wealth fund testing whether the founder, or you, would survive the next fund cycle without them. The founder finally speaks. "They're not calling because they doubt the deal," he says, looking only at you. "They're calling because they want to know if you're replaceable. Everyone at this table is replaceable. That's the business. We don't own capital. We rent it from people with more of it than we'll ever have. That's the real price of the climb. Not the missed wedding, not the birthday dinner, not even your father's death interrupted by a phone call. The real price is spending 25 years reaching the top of a ladder that was never yours to own. The fund's name is on the building. Your name is on a spreadsheet, one line among 40 limited partners who could replace the whole firm before lunch. You built a $500 million position. You never built a company. You built someone else's. So now you know what it costs to climb private equity. 7 levels, 25 years, and a fortune you can never fully touch. But the ladder looks different in every industry. Next episode, we're going inside big law. From first-year associate pulling all-nighters on document review, to senior partner with your name on the door, and the brutal math of the billable hour that never actually stops billing you. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And tell me in the comments, at what level would you have stopped climbing?